I'm not just gonna shoot 1, 2, 3 times and him sprawl and me stop. I'm gonna come after you 10, 11, 12 times until I get it.
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
Austin, let's start with your last fight. Lights out 12, bantamweight title defense. Eric Vo, he replaced Ricky Bandejas. How was the lead up to that, man? With all that not craziness, let's just call it craziness of the switch ups and all.
Yeah, for sure. I was scheduled to fight Ricky the whole entire time, and then probably 3, 4 day notice, he dropped out, and then Eric Vo luckily took it on short notice and at least got that fight. Was really looking forward to that Ricky fight.
Yeah, I thought there was a big opportunity for you, right? Especially being the champion and having someone come from a bigger promotion to fight you. Yeah, it was a huge platform that kind of was taken away. Do you feel a little bit like that?
Oh yeah, he had a big name, a lot of fights at Bellator and stuff, and he was a pretty big name. But it's part of the game.
W- When they told you that Pendejas was out, you know, were you like pissed off? What were the emotions like?
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I really wanted to fight him. It was going to be a real good test, but at least now we got this one in 2 weeks. Another big name, big test. So I'm looking forward to this one.
No doubt, man. Before we get into that fight, let's talk about the last one. Vogue, they booed him. Like, I don't know how that would feel, man. Like you come and like save the card in a way, right?
Yeah.
And then you step in the cage, and then they announce your name, and they're just like, "Boo!" When
hmm
you were hearing that, what were you thinking?
that's the nice thing about fighting at home. You got all your family and friends with
Yeah,
you, and they're all on your side. And yeah, that's nice.
for sure. And yeah, Vo, he didn't waste no time, man. He ran directly at you and just locked up. And then after that, it was pretty much over, man. You controlled him, and then you finished the fight, man. You beat him down. Um, what can you say about that performance?
It was yeah. He came sprinting at me. Didn't really have time to do anything but to kind of get to my shot and take him down and just finish him there.
Yeah, you locked his legs up and he just couldn't get out, man. Just like he had no answer for that. How strong is how strong are you in that position?
We work that position a lot in the gym. We focus a lot on the wall work, taking them down and controlling them. So that's for sure one of my stronger suits.
Yeah, and when someone they see that fight, they're like, man, this guy, he's like the American Habib. Like he in that performance, you kind of like emulated him. Did you see that a little bit?
Yeah, yeah. That's what we try to do.
Yeah. Is that one of the biggest compliments you can get? Is like if people are comparing your game to like let's say a Habib or even a Ben Askren, you know what I mean? Like in his early days, he was beating the shit out of people.
hmm Yeah, I love all those Dagestani guys. I like their game a lot. They take them down, control them, and ground and pound and get the finish. And I try to do the same.
Do you ever have a wish to go out to Dagestan and train out there to see just what they're doing, man? Because I heard it's different.
Yeah, for sure. That would be awesome to see what they do. They're for sure different than Americans.
And in that fight, did you think he kind of underestimated you a little bit? Because I don't understand why he ran at you.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to get like a quick knockout or what he was trying to do. I don't know if he was trying to just end it quick. I really didn't know his game plan, especially at a couple days' notice. We didn't even really know much about him. We just accept the fight and fight my fight.
What was the game plan the same? Were you like, hey, we're just gonna implement the same exact strategy against this guy?
Yeah, pretty much. It was the same thing. Just strike with him, move around, but obviously he came rushing at me, so right away we had to switch it to our wrestling.
Yeah. There must have been some techniques, some combinations that you wanted to test out in the fight, but you just never got a chance to on the feet, right?
Yeah, yep.
But
hmm
getting the finish is nice though.
Right, yep.
And did they ever talk about rebooking Ricky Bandejas for a title fight?
No, nope, but just never know.
All right. And your cousin, he also fought on the same card, and
hmm
he got a finish. I
Yeah.
think it's the exact same finish. Was it a rear naked choke? It was a
Yep.
submission as well.
Round one rear naked choke. Yeah.
Was his faster or yours?
His was like in I think 28 seconds,
Oh,
30
okay.
seconds, something like that.
How was it watching your cousin fight before you and you're the main event?
Yeah, honestly, it was pretty special, especially having him in camp with me the whole time. He's always helping me, but when he's fighting with me, he's like doing the same thing I'm doing, and it was pretty nice just to have him throughout the whole camp, and then leading up to the fight, and then actually watching him go out there and get that round one finish was real nice to see.
Yeah, man, that momentum and that emotion, you could take that into the main event. And you did exactly what you wanted to do, and defended that title successfully. Now the next title defense coming up, it's against Askar Askar, who was supposed to be in the UFC, but then it just didn't happen. September 30th, lights out 13. What do you think of his style in the matchup?
Yeah, of course, another tough guy, pretty well rounded. He's strike heavy, but this is the exact fight that I wanted. Like pretty much the last fight, Ricky. This is kind of right here. It's gonna be real good to see where I'm at with this fight, and I really like how his style is, and I feel like it's gonna work real good for him.
Yeah, definitely, man. And you're taking on the challenges too, man. I respect you for that, for being at your age and taking on a lot of these like really gritty veterans, man, that want the same thing you want. They want to go fight in the UFC. They want to go fight in the bigger promotions, make a lot of money. Um, do you think Askar, his defensive like grappling is going to be a challenge to crack?
It might be, but that's the thing. Like, I'm not just gonna shoot one, two, three times and him sprawl and me stop. I'm gonna come after you 10, 11, 12 times until I get it, and that's gonna be the true test. We'll see if he could stop all those takedowns one after another, and then mixing up my strikes to going back to my takedowns, and I'm gonna eventually get a takedown. I'm getting down.
Your conditioning is pretty good. Like is there a routine that you go through? Something special? Do you have a special a coach outside SSC coach that helps you with that? What like how do you have that, or is it just natural?
No, no, we for sure work on it. It's our training camp is very tough. My coaches put me through a real good camp leading up to it, and that's where I get all my cardio from.
Do you go through like those what is it Shark Tank sessions?
Yeah, yep.
Do you
We'll do
enjoy
it.
it? That's the question.
I don't enjoy them, no, but it definitely gets me ready for the fight.
I've been to a lot of gyms in the past, and I've seen a lot of Shark Tanks with professional fighters. And I'll never say what actually happens, but I've seen professional fighters cry after Shark Tanks. Like it's so tough.
Yeah, it is because you're in the whole time, and then you keep getting fresh bodies on you, and
Yeah,
you're in there for 25 to 30 minutes, and yeah, it's pretty bad.
yeah, man. I don't know, man. Some they keep telling me like, "Well, just let us put you through that, and so you could feel it." I'm like, "All right, let me get in a little bit better shape so I don't die, so I don't cry." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Myself. Um, yeah, man. And you've been training for a long time, and training can get repetitive. Do you ever get a point in camp where you're like, man, it's like it's hard to get out of bed, or is it always the same? Like you're ready to go?
So I love training. Obviously, it's I love training. I love fighting. In fight camp, it definitely does get hard. Cutting that weight, going through all those hard training, it does get hard to get out of bed. But I know to be the best in the world and be a champion, I must train every single day, all day. So that's what motivates me and gets me off the bed.
How big are you like outside of camp?
I walk around like 160, 165. I could get up to.
Yeah, but you don't ever look like I'm not gonna diss Rampage Jackson, but you don't ever look like that. Like you're like look like this in camp, and then you look like this out of camp. You look pretty like
Yeah, yeah. Maybe just a couple weeks after the fight, but yeah, right after that, kind of just get back to the routine.
all right. Tell me what the couple of weeks after the fight looked like for you. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you're like scarfing down whatever you can, right?
Yeah, pretty much go out to eat 2, 3 times a day. All my cousins are taking me out to different types of steakhouse. I'll be doing that for like a week.
Nice, man. Bro, you gotta take advantage of it while you can, man. You gotta take
Yeah,
advantage of
oh
it.
yeah.
Hey, how do you see that night going, man? Your next title defense against Askar Askar.
Yep, I see for sure. Definitely is going to be a high pace fight. I'm going to wear him down, break him down, and break his soul, and get the late round finish, get the later finish, and defend the title.
And one thing that I noticed about you and following you on social media is that you have a phenomenal support system and quite a lot of sponsors, man. How have you had the opportunity to have so many hop on and contribute?
Yeah, so I'm very lucky to have all these sponsors. A lot of them are my cousins, and they're just with me through the whole entire ride, whole entire journey, and they support me. And so I'm pretty blessed to have all these people around me. It's not anyone I don't know. All these guys are either my cousins or my close friends. So yeah, those are all my sponsors.
What are some of the companies, like your cousin's companies, that
Uh,
support you?
yeah, some of them are dispensaries, some card shops, luxury rental cars. I have a lot of them. I can go look at them.
Yeah, I understand. Luxury cars? Like what are you driving?
I don't drive them. They're just my sponsors.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you get to the big show, right?
Uh huh.
They'll hook you up, and
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
that's how you got to invest in yourself.
Mhm.
Um, I saw that you. This is probably like not. Was it? It was quite a bit ago. You met Dana White. Or how was it meeting him?
Oh, yep, yep. That was so we went to Vegas, me, my brothers, and one of our friends for International Fight Week. And honestly, we just ran into him at our hotel. It was
Oh,
nice though.
really?
I
Just
talked.
like
Yeah.
randomly?
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
What did he say? What did you say?
Honestly, it looked like he was getting out of a serious meeting or something. So just kind of quick. It was a couple minutes. I just said, just talk to him a little bit.
Get some FaceTime, right? Just be like,
Mhm.
hey, this is a face you'll be seeing a lot. And then later on when you do make it, Dana White will say, "Yeah, I remember that kid. He came up to me, and I was like,
Mhm.
like, yeah, he told me." So you're right.
Yeah.
Um, when I see you and the work that you're doing with Lights Out and TKO, I look at another fighter who's even younger than you, that's in the UFC, that's in the spotlight, Raul Rosas Jr. What do you think of him and like the skill set that he has and what he's done so far?
Yeah. I'm excited to watch him actually fight tomorrow. It is. I think he's doing good. I just kind of got into the UFC a little early. I feel like with a little few fights. I think he was like 5-0, and then had that fight. His last fight, lost it, but I think he'll bounce back. But that's my thing. That's why I want so much experience. I don't want to get into the UFC and fight people or see people that I haven't seen already. I want to see all these people, so that way when I do get into the UFC, I'm ready for anyone.
Like I said, September 30th, Lights Out 13 main event, bantamweight title. Austin, thank you so much, man, for the time. This is a very exciting matchup because I do know Askar Askar. I've interviewed him many times in the past, and he has hell of an experience. If you could take him out, man, it proves a lot.